Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And do you see this very nice space masked hero? Came out a long time ago, half anniversary, so that was April of 2022. But when she did come out, she came with a free, unique weapon, like how the Freerun collab units or the other collab units get unique gear. She got a unique weapon that only gives her stats. It's the same stats as any other kind of weapon, so if you were to give her a space sword, it would do the same thing. But it's unique, and it's also free. How do you get this sword, you ask? Well, you have to go into the story chapters, and you have to clear a very specific mission, and it is in Chapter 13, Expert Difficulty, Stage 8, Unlock with the question mark EP requirement. And that's because this fight, for a while, was moderately difficult. It can still be difficult for brand new players, but it gets you a free awakened sword. Like, it comes as 1-star awakened, which even if you don't have the Space Master hero, if you're just starting out, any kind of awakened piece of gear you can put on someone is going to be much better than the 1-star book you can make in the shop during your tutorial or something. So, the thing about this stage is that it's a two-part fight. You first fight Hinata, who doesn't have a lot of HP, but she does nerf the crap out of you. Attack, defense, crit, pierce power, green buff down. She buffs herself a little bit. She can be annoying. She's the setup, though, because once you beat her, when she doesn't have a lot of HP, you move on to the masked hero, which is a bit more tough, because she has a bit more HP, 204,000, very high attack, very high defense, is resistant to everything, and she immediately gives herself a butt ton of buffs. Attack, light attack, crit damage, pierce power, guard, super guard. Also gives herself an immediate ult. So once you clear Hinata and you enter the Masked Hero stage, if you do not kill the Masked Hero, she is going to wipe your entire front line. And it's going to be ugly. And then she'll probably kill your backline units. So you have to kill the Masked Hero very quickly. And so today, we're going to use the new Tournament Stalwart team, because as every time we get a new meta, I do one of these videos to showcase how well it does on this stage. It has become much, much easier to do this, because this stage came out in 2022. And back then it might have been difficult, because we weren't doing hundreds of millions of damage type neutral with the Freerun team. We were doing about 30k with the Space team. It was really sad. So, let me go ahead and build a team focused on the new Veldora and the new Lumi and the new Shinsha, and then we'll jump in. Alright, so here's the team that we're going to run initially, because I'm confident, but I'm also not confident that Lumi can just do this outright. I mean, it's only 200,000 HP. I mean, we've seen her do millions in, like, 2 turns, but that was type advantage. Will she do 200k, like, right off the bat? I don't really know. But we've got the Veldora, we've got Lumi, we've got the free-to-play Shinsha. And then we have 3 other free-to-play flashback shop units. Not even, like, the ones you can't get right now for beatdown battles. Like, you can get these units right now out of the shop. So, Sokka, Rimuru, Geld. The reason why is because they're blue orb changers. And this is a blue-focused team, and it allows us to get a double Veldora. Because Veldora alt-rushes water and wind characters, and we have technically 1 water and 2 wind. More importantly, it's going to alt-rush Lumi, who only needs like 1 because we're going to steal with her. She's very self-sufficient in terms of damage, so there's not a lot of setup to be done. We're going to get the attack buff from Veldora, we'll get the physical and physical damage buff from Lumi, and then the crit and little tiny bit of crit damage from Shinsha. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. She's probably going to do it in one shot. And you don't really need a lot of setup. If you're worried that your Lumi, or whoever, if you got Veldora and you have to use someone else, isn't going to kill immediately, I always go ahead and take off all the weapons on every unit minus the nuking character. That way we can ensure that we can keep Hinata alive for as long as possible in order for you to build up some points or build up some ult gauge, in case that's your strategy. I have a whole playlist of teams going through this. Again, it's not hard at this point. You just need to be able to nuke the hero very, very quickly. So we're not even going to make a cut. We're just going to jump in. And you can see that right off the bat, before we can do anything, Hinata's going to nerf the crap out of us, which is why Lumi is in the back line. I mean, we want her in the back line regardless, but boom, we really don't want that on her. So, what we need to do now is we need to concentrate on attempting to get at least one Veldora, and that's just going to be a whole bunch of orbs. So let's just do this. 1, 2, 3. We're doing peanuts for damage, which is good. That's a hand. Okay, well, I mean, we can certainly change it. We're going to get the points from Veldora. Perfect. We can self-convert with Rimuru. Is that a... That's a green. Okay, so self-convert and then the green orb change. Oh, boom. Boom. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double Veldora right there. We're going to have 109 points after this. And then I think we can just steal into 6 Lumi if we get... Okay, yeah, that works. So, yeah, perfect. Boom. We have a Wind Charm on Veldora. Normally, I would run a skill point on Blue Charm for this team specifically, but it doesn't really need to be that. So bring you in, we will steal all these orbs, and then we will alt rush. This hand will not get us another gauge. It will, well, it won't get us an alt gauge. It'll get us another protection gauge, probably. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and double rush her. Also, Shinsha's in the back. She's going to get that 60% attack buff. I think she's single target, so she could be backup damage, quote-unquote, because she's not nerfed. Alright, but here we go. We've got points. We've got another gauge for Veldora, which is going to give us the attack buff next turn. And this should kill Lumi. Oh, okay, Nora. Or not Lumi, but it should kill Hinata, but I was mistaken there. Okay, I mean, it's not a huge deal. We'll just send orbs. It's not like we're going to die here. I mean, if Soka keeps getting hit, we're going to die. But we should be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For funsy onesies. Okay, well, if we had had Lumi orbs, we probably would have killed. Well, this isn't great. I actually thought that Lumi would just straight up kill Hinata right there. Because now we're going to be on turn 5, which means that after that, we're not going to get the Veldora buff anymore. Or it'll only be 30%? Yeah, instead of 60. Which I guess we could try and test it out and be like, hey, can she actually do it with a 30% instead? And just a minimal amount of buffs? Alright, yeah, you're pathetic. But we made you pathetic. Alright, Shinsha still has that 60% attack buff because she was in the back for so long. So here, we're going to see the secret hidden episode number 3. This is standard. You're going to see this every time you beat Hinata. And now we come into the hero part of the fight. And now she's going to, instead of debuffing us, she's going to buff herself and give herself an immediate ult. So that long line of stuff. And now let's simply see what happens. So let's crit buff, let's fizz buff, let's steal these orbs because again, we have no Lumi orbs. Strange, but okay. And then let's give ourselves the 30% attack buff. And if we can't kill here and we're like a little tiny hair off, then we know that we would need to do it before turn 5 or at turn 5. And if we're really far off, we'll just bring another support character, whoever that may be. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's make sure this is on. And then we'll send this. So the normal orbs, because the hero has Super Guard, isn't really going to do that much damage. You can't rely on your normal orbs to do it. You're going to have to nuke. So if this doesn't work, because Lumi is AoE, she does have an EX ult, so it's still quite strong because she's an EX Unbound character. Is it 200k? It's 300k. Alright, well look at that. Even with the lowered Veldora attack buff, because it's only 30% because we're past turn 5, we were able to do it. Granted, I do have pretty good gear on Lumi, so maybe if you're trying to use this exact team and your Lumi does not have really good Awakened and Enchanted gear with crit damage and stuff, maybe not doing that much damage, but we did 100k more than what she had. She only has like 204, and we did 310k right there. So, not exactly the end of the world if yours is not. Like, mine's not duped up at all. Mine has no rock investment, because there's no point in doing that, plus I'm out of rocks. But, you know, a 120 EX Unbound Hinata is a very nice support unit. But obviously, here's episode number 5, and then I'll skip past this because you can watch it on your own time, that way it's not spoiled for you. And then as soon as you hit yes, there will be a nice Awakened Hero sword in your box that you could then give to your Masked Hero or any other new character. If Lumi needs a weapon because you are brand new and you pulled Lumi off of the tickets or something, you can give her the sword for now. It'll be better than, again, making that 1-star book or something from the tutorial. But that is how you get the free Awakened Hero sword using the Tournament Stalwart team with just the first banner units and the free-to-play unit. Again, it obviously not super difficult. This is a burst-focused team, so it's meant to do a lot of damage very quickly, and we use the bare minimum on damage, because you could bring Freerin and Fern and a whole bunch of other characters. Carrion, if you pulled him, you can give a little bit extra crit damage. There are a lot of other characters you can bring to help buff your Lumi up in case you're missing damage, and then you could just really severely nuke the hero into the ground. But that's it for the video, and that's it for me. Take it easy, guys, and I will see you all later.